What's up, people? This is Guru, and welcome to Geek Assault. Today, we will be reviewing issue 5, Ironheart Riri Williams. Let's go. Alright, guys. I know this is like super late, and I'm like 2 to 3 issues behind, but we're gonna get this out the way. Ironheart has been looking up a lot better. Eve Ewan, how you doing, Eve? Has been doing a lot better job of writing this character, because now she actually is a character. She has more dimensions, but that is what still there's some problems there. Um, well, this issue, she just got beat up by Midnight, and which was a lackluster fight, and I'm really not enjoying these battles because they're very quick and it's not a very good showing of her suit's capabilities, and what they do show is very lackluster. And once again, she's defeated, and he could have killed her if he wanted to, pretty much. But he had mercy on her one last time, and she wakes up in her lavatory after being beat up, and she's training because right now, Midnight, of course, he's not as he doesn't have a suit of armor on him. He's basically a human, but he has above human strength and reflexes, and of course, he's a way better fighter and way more experienced. So she's training how to fight to try to counter what she's lacking, and she's joined by her mother, and we see that they have a pretty good conversation, and they do a little backtrack of what happened to her stepfather and how he instilled in her like having ownership instead of working for somebody, pretty much starting your own business, which is cool. Eve does add in a lot of I don't want to say just social justice warrior things, because she's not really champion a specific topic, but she always lets you know that it is a social dynamic to her writing, way better than it was before when her and Michael Bendis was together writing Riri Williams. She was more like a robot, but now she's more emotional. She has more human-like qualities about her. With this kind of writing now, Eve's actually letting her fail, and she realizes the consequences of her failing, and she also understands she does have weaknesses, and she's not just some invincible, smart chick in the armor that happen to be black and smarter than everybody and can just beat everybody up and outsmart everybody. And it is what it is, but she's flawed now, which is great for character building. And just this conversation along with her and her mother is character building, because we see that she's emotional, and we see that she's still fighting scars from the past, from her stepfather passing away and her best friend. And they did do something that they usually don't do. She actually respects her stepfather and actually calls him his real father. So it's good to see that they allowed to show like a black family, even though he is gone now because of gun violence. But this guy did marry her mother and try to raise her daughter, and she did respect him, her and Riri Williams, which is still, like I said, good writing by Eve. But now we got to kind of get into the cons. The conclusion of the story was very lackluster. Deja goes in, she goes up to the senator, the councilman or whatever, and I can't even remember his name. And that's the thing about the villains here that she's been fighting so far, this new run of Ironheart Riri Williams. All of the villains are very lackluster. It's almost as if the guy, the president or whoever of the MIT, he almost seems like a more of an antagonist than a lot of the villains, because he always keeps on the toes. She gets angry by him. Even in this issue, he gets her a call, but she's not in her laboratory, and he's kind of wondering, like, where are you at? Because he's bringing in people to see what kind of invention she's making. Of course, she's not there because she's training to fight Midnight again. And so she has to come up with some kind of lie. But anyway, we find out that her the friend that she was trying to help, Deja, runs up on the councilman with a gun, and she's pretty much surrounded, because the guy has security. And it's kind of like this story really didn't make any sense, because how could she get that close to the councilman? When he knows she's rogue or whatever. She's a rogue, whatever. She has too much information. If anything, they would try to take her out, but she's able to make it inside this warehouse where he housing all the children at with a gun. Gets to drop on him and his henchmen or security, whatever you want to call it, and he's not even scared of her. And Riri Williams out of nowhere pops out of nowhere. Haha, I'm here to save the day and get in the middle of this. And I'm just like, okay, how convenient you're here. Like you just showed up. She's trying to talk down the situation, of course. And Senator, the councilman is agitating the situation. And a couple of shots are fired. One of the shots bounces off of Riri Williams' armor, of course. And she talks Deja out of what she was doing because there was so many kids in the warehouse and stuff. So it was a very dangerous situation for them, which was cool. She didn't want to start a fight in there. And she was kind of telling Deja to get the kids out of here while I handle this situation, because the councilman is a dirty dude. He's doing the whole white supremacist talk about, talking now to them and how powerful he is. And most of the kids, of course, in the little that he took are like all black kids. So they all huddled together working in his sweatshop. It did have a social justice moment, So they all like orphan type kids taken from their families. They all inside his warehouse. He got them working and stealing for him. And he's doing this all with nobody catching on to him. And somehow. And so she used some kind of new kind of polymer that she had in her suit. It's like a goo, but it actually uses, it has like electrical properties to it. So it sticks to you and shock you at the same time. So she renders them, bam, they're defeated easily, villain of the week type characters. He's out the way, Mr. Councilman, aka Mr. White Man, with some white supremacy's taken out. Then all of a sudden, bum 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 bum, midnight comes along out of nowhere. Once again, middle of the day, in front of all these witnesses, midnight pops out of nowhere, and they have another round. I think this is their third round of fighting. She's doing much better because guess what? She trained for like 15 minutes before she had a big talk with her mother, but now she's hanging with him a lot better, and she ends up defeating him within a couple of pages and throwing him inside of a vault. And I was like, oh, man. And then she leaves, and the cops automatically blames her because she's pretty much the black chick. She's the suspect, but she has audio or video of the whole situation showing that the councilman was really the dirty dude in the situation. The cops let her go scot-free. Then they go to say that the villain is locked inside the safe, but of course, when they go to open the safe, Midnight is gone once again, because every time she leaves him there for the cops, he disappears. So then she takes all the kids, try to find their house. But this is the thing. She finds an abandoned house, some kind of building, and she starts her own, like, a little laboratory. She's trying to get away from MIT so she can have her own thing, which is cool. But guess what? It, like, doubles as a boys and girls club for, like, underprivileged youth. And I'm like, oh, my goodness, man. It was just bad writing, man. It was horrible. Eve, I can't give you a passing grade on that, man. It was just bad. It was just real bad. Then finally, a little bit of good writing is when she goes and face a council where I guess that council is like a help group with her mother, and she's trying to talk through issues because we know that her AI program was it Natalie, I think, tried to tell her there was something wrong and she needs some help. You can't defeat everything on your own. You should try to get help. And now that we see that she is actually reaching out with help, and she's there with her mother, she's telling her problems to these people, and her mother's there with her, trying to help her work through these things, which was good. And scale of 1 to 10, man, I gotta give this issue a 4 tops. It was a bad issue. Most of it was bad. The story was bad. The end of arc with Midnight, it ended on a very light note. The fight scenes were horrible. The whole Mr. White Man is the bad guy. got all the underprivileged kids in the sweatshop, and it was just bad, man. I tell you what is Eve. If you listen to Eve, I tell you what she's good at. The emotional part, like the part where she was talking to her family and stuff like that. She shines at that. Eve is very good at writing like dialogue between two people. I enjoyed reading when the backstory about her father and the conversation with her mother was the best part of the comic book to me. I don't know if this is the right kind of comic for her. I think she might be more like she would be great on like a teen drama or maybe even an adult drama. I can see her doing real good in that, but the superhero thing, the way it's written, and on top of that, the artwork isn't all that. Maybe they gave her a better artist as well. But like I said, she's very good at writing drama and having one-on-one dialogue with people is her strong point, if in my opinion. But yeah, I'm trying to do the next issue because I see it has Miles Morales in it, so I'm gonna check that out to see if it's any better. But if not, I think I'm gonna drop the series altogether. But like I said, it has been going in a better direction, but it's just not there. It's not popping right now. And out of the 5 issues that I've read, only 2 of them I think have been really good. I would call good. The rest of them have been either mediocre to poor, and this is one of the more poor issues. But hey, if you like the comic, tell me what you think about it in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. I'm the Guru. This is the Geek Assault channel, your one-stop shop for all your geek and pop culture needs. I'm out. Peace.